I'm sure you guys watch porn.
Of course. Subjects.
What category of porn do you watch?
Food sex. Hardcore. Hardcore as well.
Hardcore?
Yeah.
Lesbian.
What about you?
Karen Cross.
She's really hot.
Me personally, if you would ask, I would say the erotic kind or threesomes maybe. But 2 guys and a girl.
Really?
Vintage, the 70s, 80s one.
Babe or beauty, yeah.
Okay, and what is the best category?
BDSM, like being cuffed and
Oh my.
restraints everywhere.
Keeping it real works the best.
Passionate HD quality stuff.
Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you.
Threesome. Threesome as well. It's crazy. You get the feel, you know.
Nothing to look at. Go back to work, everyone. Don't act like you're not impressed.
And what about what you like girls on girls porn?
Of course. Definitely. Lesbian porn? No, not really.
No, I am pretty straight. I'm sure my friends love it because they rant about it so much. So yeah.
Liar! Before we start this video, please take a moment to like, share this video, and also hit that subscription button. Very important. It moves us up in the algorithm. Also, be sure, leave a comment. Tell us what you think of the video as well. And finally, be sure to check out our merch shop at shopq2cast.com. This particular month, we have our back to school special going on. There is a additional 15% off your purchase, promo code notebook. So do check it out at shopq2cast.com. Let's get on with the video. Right now, considering that the whole world's a mess right now, you have elections going on here in the U.S., but focusing what's going on overseas at the moment, we're going to take a little time overseas because this is just as important to us here in the U.S., good U.S. of A., because we've talked about this before. We talked about censorship, that there are those out there, there are players out there that want to censor the internet. Some for political reasons, others for stupid reasons, and others just for the hell of it. They're like the Joker, they want to see the world burn. Now, toward the Asia area, we'll call the Asia theater, handling that like during war. What's going on over there is just so much, and we're not only talking about China, Japan, Taiwan. We're also focusing in on places like Indonesia, which we have another story coming out on that. Of course, the nightmare that is going on right now currently in Bangladesh, as the government has fallen in Bangladesh and the leaders have now exiled themselves outside Bangladesh and a new government is being formed. And what happens is, you have players that will take this moment to put in things that basically will cause to censor the information, to block what's going on out there, or take this moment to gain a little bit more control. In the case of the neighbors over to the west of Bangladesh, and that's India. Well, India is now via court ordering Google to censor content in searches. Yeah, that's right, folks. They're telling Google to do what Google just got caught doing here in the U.S., which now a judge has declared them a monopoly for what they have done here in the U.S., but India is pushing to allow them to do some of this stuff in their country. Now, we got an article out here from Gustavo Turner, hat tip to the site XBiz. This is a site that handles all things adult in adult content, whether it's porn or anything else in that category. And we'll read into this. It comes up as Indian court orders Google to censor adult content in searches. A local court in India has ordered the government officials and the subsidiary of Google in the country to prevent the appearance of porn sites suggested in search results. The Madras High Court issued the notice as part of the public interest, the PIL, the daily, excuse me if I mispronounce this, Thahadi reported. The PIL petitioner, Shani-based lawyer S. Nasawan, and heard by Chief Justice D. Krishna Kumar and Justice P.B. Baji, Guazan claimed that whenever a genuine internet user types in anything in Google's search engine, it suggests some sites related to pornography or any other obscene content.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Now, let me stop this for a minute. Really? Really? I mean, see, this is where we get the people that are misinformed. And considering what Google does already as far as that, if you're typing in sex, if you're typing in, say, for example, let's say lingerie, lingerie, or anything that, will be close enough to say pornography, you might say that that's true. But it depends on what you're actually looking for. I mean, if you're sitting there looking for information on sexually transmitted diseases, okay, sometimes it might come up. But see, that's how the algorithm does. It doesn't always direct it to pornography. See, and that's the same case here in the U.S. All these people saying like, oh, yeah, the kids are on Google and they type in something and they switch it. Unless it's something close to it, Google search engine is not going to, or any other search engine is not going to do that. Continuing on, and this can lead us to accidental opening of illegal sites without knowing the content and having to face embarrassment. I mean, come on. People are not that stupid, even though they do stupid things out there. You could see from what the title is, if you're looking for something in particular on there, you're not clicking on Pornhub or Xvideo or any of the other sites, even some of the sites that are, I wouldn't click on it, if you gave me $10 million for it, because you never know what is going to be on that site in itself. But you could tell, you just read before you click. Let's continue on. Gizwanan also alleged that curious minors may open those sites, leading to a negative impact on society. You don't know that. This is just someone's opinion onto the situation without any proof. Note, these are the judges. These are the politicians that tell you, well, this is going to happen. You don't know. You don't know what is in someone's mind on there. There are those who will avoid porn sites and they see like, oh, no, I'm not going to go there. Okay, I understand. Some kids will say, hey, let's check it out. But, that does happen. But the thing about it is that's up to the parents to have that conversation with the children. And this is coming from a country that, pretty much put Kama Sutra on the map on there. And you can see some of their old statuettes, artifacts that that have sex driven into it. The local advocate asked the court to direct the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology to act to prevent such porn sites suggestions from showing up in Google search results. The judges in the case issued a notice to the ministry and to the local Google subsidiary, giving them 2 weeks to submit a reply. As experts reported, India's Hindu nationalist government, led by Narendra Modi, has been conducting a war on porn along the same lines as the religious conservatives in the U.S. The Indian law offers no legal protection for adult content, and the Modi government has repeatedly geo-blocked platforms and the sites in their country claiming they promote obscenity, vulgarity under the guise of creative expression. Understand this. Understand. When they tell you it is vulgar and obscene, what do they consider vulgar and obscene? A girl in a bikini? You said, yeah, hell, they'll tell you that. They will tell you that. Lingerie. We talked about it before. In China, the way they advertise lingerie in most of the companies is that men wear the lingerie. Yes, that's right. Men wear the lingerie. And we're not talking gay men. We're talking just men modeling this for women. Think about that for a minute. Because they consider it pornographic for a woman to wear lingerie, to be taken pictures of, and to put it into sale magazines. This is just the new Puritans. It's just the Puritans itself. The Mohi government also enforced laws against the crime of depicting nudity and sexual acts. Here's the other half of it. There's a lot of people out there that take, and you can see this throughout the internet, and you can see this on Twitter and many other places, that take pictures in very, you can't really say sexual, but, in a way some people do say it's sexual, but in a artistic standing. Like someone will stand next to a tree, nude, whether they're male or female. And basically they're doing it as artistic. They might throw paint on themselves and stuff like that. And this has been happening for many decades now, as long as there's been photography and painting. Although many of India's multiple cultures, including Hinduism, have openly depicted nudity and sexual acts for millennia, conservative ideologues in the country support extreme censorship laws against sexual expression. These attitudes originated in the 19th century with the imported Victorian notions under the British Empire. Yeah, blame the empire. You see what's going on today, which shamed Indians for their openness about sex. Recent government and media reports in India have conflated both explicit and simulated sex under the crime of obscenity. Think about that for a minute, okay? Think about that. Have it in your mind. You're thinking first that they're talking about porn. No, it's not only about porn. They will consider R-rated movies such as The Big Easy, Dress to Kill, Blue Velvet, a couple others out there that have romantic scenes or sex scenes in it. They would consider that pornography itself. Yeah, that's right. They will ban regular movies for that. They will ban horror films for that. They will ban any content, straight, gay, whatever, to the point where it is not shown in their country. You may ask yourself, we're in another country, why should I care? Well, understand this. A lot of these governments have been are working with organizations like NOSC, or as I call it, Morality and Media, and many others, and other politicians from countries, like the U.S., Canada, Australia, that have sat there with government leaders and saying, this is what you need to do. You need to handle, that children are watching this. We have to protect the children. We must protect the children.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
They're not protecting the children. Governments like India and Bangladesh and many others, Africa, we can go through down the list of human violations, child slave labor laws, go through the lists of them that have violated these that have kept children. Put it this way. Are you driving a battery-operated car? Guess where the materials were dug up by? Children. Remember that. If these organizations cared about children, they'd be going after these countries hard on. And I'm not talking in a sexual way. I'm talking about they'll be slamming them for allowing children to do what they do. In this country, several businesses have been caught doing this. We see children, illegal migrant children on the streets selling candy, bottled water, but our government leaders have allowed this to happen. These are the same people that are screaming that we need to remove the pornography, we need to block these sites, we need to take more control of the internet. This is what has been happening. As I said in another video, the censorship of porn is a red herring. It is to control the people of the country so that information doesn't get everywhere. You see what's going on in the UK. And they're blaming the internet for the issues in the UK. But if you sit there and listen to what the truths are, you find that it's a whole different narrative. If you want to catch what's going on in the UK, call Benjamin and the Lotus Eaters to catch their side. They give a great detailed explanation of what's going on there. Because even this type of information is being blocked on these sites. And obviously, the only places we could do it, you got to remember, when you look at our page, we're going to stay here on YouTube. But we do have other sites that we do work with. We work with Odyssey, we work with BitChute, and also, obviously, the Green Machine itself, which we're beginning to move a little bit more in the algorithm there. More and more people are catching our videos and commenting on them. And subscribing, most of all. So let me know in the comments below here. Let me know your thoughts of what's going on here in India. Is this a government entrapment to basically take away their rights? Or is just a literally, they just don't know what they're talking about? Which that's happening a lot lately, that they don't understand what they're talking about when it comes to a lot of this information. So remember to comment, like, share this video, and hopefully today's the day I earn your subscription. And that's on all of our social media platforms. We thank you. Thank you for the support. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye now.
Thanks for watching, commenting, and sharing this video. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe as this helps the reach of this channel. Finally, as a content viewer, you have the ability to help support this channel, as new internet laws around the world will diminish our reach and affect our sponsors. If you choose to help, there are two ways listed in the description below. The first link will lead you to a pay site where you can make a monetary donation. The second will lead you to our gear shop where you can buy shirts, mugs, and other gear. Discounts will be listed on the site. Once again, thank you for watching and your support.